15th year here in Utherverse. I'm so happy about that. I got a message in my email last week and I was like, what's this? Oh, it's today my anniversary. So, yay! That means I have been around a long time. And to kind of elaborate on that, let me just give you a little backstory, not just on me, but Otherverse itself. So when I first came to Otherverse, it was because we used to use something called, um, what was it? Yahoo Chat, I think is what it was called. So you could go in there and chat with different countries or cities or states or whatever sort of fetish you had. They had, those sort of rooms as well. And then one day I woke up and it was gone. And I was like, oh goodness, what am I going to do with the rest of my day? I need something to do. That time I was a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't have a whole bunch of things going on until my children got out of school. But I said that to say that I went to do a search for something and this RLC popped up. And I thought, okay, that's impossible. Nobody can actually really do that. By the way, I just saw their happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Um, I thought nobody could do that. I mean, surely there'd be some sort of thing on the news or there'd be some internet blog or something stating that this is coming in because it's sort of life changing depending upon what kind of situation you're in. So I downloaded it immediately and I got in. And the first guy that I met, I won't tell you his name because he's still in the game and I see him from time to time. He was so nice to me that day. If I hadn't got that guy, I probably wouldn't have stayed because I would have known what to do. But he kind of walked me through everything, and he said he had been there a year already, and he showed me what to do. We were friends for that one day, and the next day he took me off his friends list. I was like, "What did I do? What did I do?" Oh, because I obviously had no idea as to why someone would stop wanting to be your friend if you hadn't done anything wrong. So, and then he just decided he didn't want to talk to me anymore. So I thought, okay, well, I guess that's your choice. And I thought, in a way, that's pretty cool if you think about it. Somebody you don't want to be a part of your world anymore just doesn't have to be. You can just ignore them. I thought that kind of freedom needs to be preserved. I'm going to stay here for a while. So when I got here, everything was pretty much on the street. You leave out of transport and go on the street, and there were all these different places that you could go and explore. My favorite place back then was the Bordello. It was so cool. They had rooms upstairs where you could have sex. And there was no such thing as Zabies or DWWs, nothing like that back then. It was just straight up, the game. It was you come in, everybody would kind of decide different places that they wanted to go to. You'd meet up there, hang out, then you'd log off for the night. Because you could only stay on for about maybe an hour, hour and a half before you got booted. We got booted a lot back then. I mean, 20, 30 times a day was a normal day for us. So when I get booted here just once, I'm like, oh, the good old days. But I'm supposed to be talking about rates of exchange, so let me go a little further in my story because all this kind of comes together. So I decided that I wanted to be a part of a family that they had here. It was called the Black Wolves, and one of my friends, Nate, was telling me about it, and it was supposed to be such a cool thing to do. And they had this whole thing about respect and honor and being above the rest. And I thought that's the place for me. I need to be there. So I joined. And within 2 months, the leader left, and I ended up becoming the leader. Ha! Yeah. And at the time, they were coming up with this club called Full Moon. We were the only family here in RLC who had our own club. And everybody would come in. My friend Nate would DJ. It was really cool back then. You kind of had to be together. So 20 people in a place was nothing. Now, 40 people in a place, that was interesting because that was about all it could hold back then without you getting booted or you traveling really, really, really slow. Oh God, it was a trip. But again, talking about rates of exchange. What happened was other person lost the ability to use PayPal. That's how we used to pay our bills back then, was using PayPal. And when they lost the ability to pay their bills, for us to be able to pay our bills to them, because we had to pay cash back then. to get anything done. There was rich you had to pay on the club. The club was literally and physically done by RLC. They did the props, the prop editing, they did the building. We kind of gave them a picture of what we wanted, and somebody took the idea and made us this club. So um, when we lost the ability to use PayPal, all of a sudden there was no way for me to exchange the raise that my yeah, yes, Jimmy, exactly. There was no way for me to be able to pay the cash to other person because our rent back then was like $250 a month cash. Okay, we had to go get a money order and go mail it in, and it had to be here by a certain day, or the club would be locked. Period. We were never locked, so we always did really well. But this particular month, it was April of 2008, and I thought, gosh, what are we gonna do? And this guy from another family hits me up and says, "Hey, if I give you some money, will you give me some of your raise?" And I thought, that's an excellent idea. Of course, I'll give you some of my raise. That way, I can go ahead and have the cash that I need to be able to pay my rent. And that was the day that Raise of Exchange was born. So, what I do is I buy and sell Raise. I do VIPs and UVIPs. I'm now using Zelle, Cash App, and PayPal, and I help people who need money desperately. You know, they're like, I've got to have. I've got a person right now who's waiting for me to get my next sale because they need to pay for some gas to be able to take their child to the doctor the next day. This is the type of responsibility that Raise Exchange has had on me, and it's been a very wonderful experience here in Otherverse for the most part. I could complain if I wanted to, but I try to keep everything as positive as possible. And Raise Exchange has helped me out a lot since I've gotten here. It's helped me to meet different people from different countries, different backgrounds. It's helped me to make some lifelong friends. I also lost some friends while I was here, and we used to go to our chapel, and we would put a stone there for whomever it was that passed away in my club full moon, which is still in existence. I don't run it right now because there's no family anymore. One day I decided that I wanted to be out, and it kind of collapsed after I left within like a couple of months, and really hurt my feelings. But there was nothing I could do about it because hey, I had to move on. But anyway, so Raise of Exchange has always been here for people who have needed to make extra money. I have even employed people to go around and let people know about Raise of Exchange. I've done all types of contests with it where I allow people to make up different ads. We used to have this show called The Apprentice here, just like the one on television. And gosh, I can't remember the guy's name that used to run it, but he ran, and one of the tasks that they had to do one year was they had to come up with different ads for Raise Exchange, and one of them made like a flash ad. One made a video on YouTube. So I mean, it was really cool. It was back then was the time to be here. I'm not saying that now is not great, but there are 14 people here right now. In the times that we had our version of VirtualCon back then, there was standing room only, and Brian was always here. So, but I'm glad that all of you guys got to come out and got to hear me speak. I really appreciate it. If you know someone who needs to buy Raise and for whatever reason can't use the exchange system that they have here in the marketplace, feel free to let them know that I'm more than happy to help. And if they need to sell Raise, usually I go out of my own pocket if you tell me a sorry in a story. I'm such a softie. But I do try to make sure that I have enough Raise for my regular folks. So do you guys have any questions while I'm here? Okay, don't everybody jump up at once. Are you sure you don't have any questions at all? Oh, Michael, thank you so much for being here. Michael's one of my customers. I didn't see you on the list, but thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity to do what I do. I love my customers. I'm, you slipped in? Okay. Um, I don't do business with someone who won't consider me their friend because I feel like this used to be a social center. It just got to this whole let's have sex thing here, not as long ago, which is not saying we weren't having sex because we had plenty of sex. I remember when the 4 bedroom and 6 bedroom and eight to a bedroom is what I'm saying. The 4 to a bedroom and 8 to a bedroom. Oh gosh, people went crazy when that came out. Yeah, so I've been here a long time, and I usually stand in RLC's transport so that customers can come and find me easily if they know something is going on. Like my friend needs VIP or my friend needs UVIP, they come and find me and let me know. And I'm always happy to help. I don't make a profit off of it for the VIP. I just like doing it. So because as I said, I've always felt that this was a place of social exchange and a way to meet people. And I talk about Otherverse when I actually go in and apply for jobs. I talk about ways of exchange and the opportunities that it's given me to be able to speak to you guys in this arena. But anyway, like I said, thank you so much for coming out today. If you have any questions or need a new friend, feel free to add me. If you think someone else can use my services, make sure and let them know who I am. I have tags on my profile. You are more than welcome to take anything off my profile that you like and put it on your page. I usually will also leave the copy part for you to go in and put the tag on your page on each bulletin that I do as well. I think that makes sense, right? All righty. Thank you so much, guys, for your attention and for coming out today. I'm an Otherverse lover, and I'm glad you guys are still here, and I hope you're around for as long as I plan to be. You have a good evening. Bye-bye. You're very welcome.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up at that now. Next is the awards show. Yeah, she didn't have much really to say, but yeah. Kind of noticed she's right next to me. So, yeah, all right, so here's our ending. Get to everything else. I'm now going to get ready to the awards show. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, South on another question, Junior. Thank you for watching my stream. Please click on that follow button. Please also hit the little bell notification and to come follow me. But I do want to point out those little links there. Please go to those links if you want to get more info. And please come to my Patreon page and support me if you enjoy my work and all. Thank you. Bye. Alright, like I said, as soon as the awards show goes live, I'll be streaming the awards show, which could be in about an hour and a half from now. Bye now.